Hey guys, Jim Halterman from TV Guide Magazine and TV Insider. I'm here with Cassandra James from General Hospital to get all the scoop on Terry and what's been going on there.
I've worked hard to be proud of who I am and the many challenges I've navigated to live my truth, truly be who I'm meant to be. But I have to admit, I would have been devastated if you decided dating a trans woman was a deal breaker.
Missing out on you would have been my loss.
I've been loving what's been going on in the show because I've been waiting for a while for Terry to get, some love life and just to really get in the mix of things in Port Charles. And that's been happening. Can you talk about just that storyline for you and the fact that that's, it's an important thing to show people, as far as the representation in that. But can you talk to that as far as Terry and you playing her?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I've been recurring on GH for 4+ years now, and I've learned so much over the last 4 years about how this wonderfully, gigantic machine works. And they really have taken such beautiful care of Terry over the last few years, and they've really built this beautiful presence for her in the show and in the world of Port Charles. But you're right, the fans and myself included have been really excited and craving some romance for Terry. And it when I got the pages and when I started to work on it, I mean, there's nothing but complete joy. It was such a treat to work with Chris. He's exceptional, and I really felt like the writers did such a great job with the story. And I'm just really, really excited to represent the trans community on daytime and get to show, some of who we are and what we're all about. And I think that GH is doing it in a really lovely way. I'm really happy.
I couldn't agree with you more. Would you like to see Terry get back out there in the dating field right away, or is she going to have to kind of, nurse a little broken heart maybe for a little bit?
I mean, maybe she's a woman after my own heart, but I think I can get right back out there, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens next for her.
Yeah, and talk to me about working with the writers and making sure that they, their dialogue is accurate and they're portraying a trans character accurately. Because I don't know if there's LGBT members on the staff, but it's something I'm sure you take care of.
Thank you for asking. That's a really important question, and it's a wonderful opportunity for me to really celebrate the work that the writers are doing, because I felt really let in from the beginning. I did have an opportunity to take a phone call with the writers room along with Frank, who's our executive producer.
Yeah.
And they talked to me a little bit about Chet and this storyline, and I've been given permission quite early on to reach out if there's ever anything that I felt needed nuancing or changing or massaging, and I've felt so included, and that has made me feel really safe as a trans person at the show, but also respected and invited as an artist to participate in making Terry as best as she can be.
Yeah. Tell me what you heard from fans, especially with this storyline, because I have an 86-year-old father who watches the soaps. And so for him to talk to me about any LGBT issues, because he was very Archie Bunker-esque growing up, so he wasn't too familiar with that. But the fact that daytime shows are really educating him, and I'm guessing you've heard some of that from fans. What have you heard?
It's been a complete honor, really, to hear from the fans so positively and consistently. I mean, 4 years ago when I joined the show, I can't lie, I was super nervous. I was very nervous what this audience might make of me as an actor, but also of Terry as, the first authentically represented trans woman on daytime. And the fans have been nothing but gracious and enthusiastic, and they've been rooting for Terry and her love life, from the beginning. And so it's just been such a joy to see their excitement now that Terry's finally getting a chance in the ring.
And I love the fact that, it's been a while that she's been in the mix at the hospital too. There's been some battles for different positions and things like that. And I'm like, she's right there in the mix as she should be, but that's got to be gratifying for you as well.
Yeah, I've learned so much about how soaps really build their storylines and how these incredible institutions really work. And when I started to work with Kelly and we competed for that chief of staff title that we're now sharing as co-chiefs, Kelly's brilliant and so much fun to work with and a complete joy. And that was so thrilling, and it felt really exciting because I love that Terry is not only loved and valued in the community of Port Charles, but she's also successful and she's thriving. And I think that that's, I mean, you know, that's real. Trans people are doctors, and we are beginning to occupy more and more positions of power, and it felt really real and exciting and correct. I've just been so thrilled.
Well, thank you for everything that you're doing to just spread the word and making sure people understand trans characters, and they're not as different as you think. That's the thing I always take away from it.
Right. I mean, you know, we contain multitudes, and trans people have always been here, and I take, you know, the responsibility very seriously. It's a great honor to represent the trans community on television, and I love my trans family. I love our community, and I think that we deserve the world. And yeah, it's just an honor to get to work and talk to people like you, and yeah, just really celebrate who we are as trans folks in the media.
Click the subscribe button underneath this video and watch General Hospital every weekday on ABC.